Harare, Zimbabwe is the first country in southern Africa to have a post-independence coup. The military has taken control of the capital Harare with tanks and troops stationed around the city. Its army generals officially announced around 4 a.m. local time on Wednesday, November 15, that President Robert Mugabe and his family are safe and sound and their security is guaranteed. While General Constantine Chiwenga insists it is not a military takeover, safe and secure, for those who study African politics, is also code for secured. This effectively means that the First Family is now under some type of arrest, and those closest to First Lady Grace Mugabe, who until the takeover appeared to be in charge in the ruling party, have been arrested for attempting to recolonize the country and undermining the revolution. At the heart of Zimbabwe's political and economic crisis is the survival of the long-term ruling party ZANU-PF. ZANU-PF survived in part because, as the country's political and economic stability declined over the last decade, nearly a quarter of the adult population emigrated, leaving no one to challenge the ruling party. A weakening opposition facing a very strong, stable ZANU-PF made change unlikely. Recently, however, ZANU-PF has fractured and destabilized. Why? One person whose motives are central to the crisis is Grace Mugabe. Since the last election in 2013, and under Grace Mugabe's leadership, ZANU-PF expelled key party members, including former Vice President Emmerson Mnangagwa, which appears to have triggered the army's intervention. For months, the capital has been rife with rumors about the deteriorating relationship between Mnangagwa and the Mugabe family. In October, after Mnangagwa fell ill at a ZANU-PF function, the First Lady and President were forced to deny public allegations that they had poisoned him. But at the same time, Grace Mugabe began campaigning for Mnangagwa's ouster. That was significant. Her public denunciations of ZANU-PF officials have in recent years preceded their demotion. For instance, in 2014, she gave speeches calling for the ouster of then Vice President Joyce Mujuru. Soon after, Mujuru was forced to quit both her cabinet position and the party. At home and abroad, Grace Mugabe, like her husband, is a polarizing figure. Some Zimbabweans argue that she has no real power and that whatever influence she has will die with her 93-year-old husband. Others argue that she is an ambitious politician who could very well become the next leader of ZANU-PF and the nation. What are her real goals? It's difficult to know, as in Zimbabwe, media is tightly controlled by the state. ZANU-PF was set to hold its annual congress sometime before the end of 2017. There, many speculated, Mnangagwa's firing would be the central event, and Grace Mugabe would be named vice president. Grace Mugabe clearly wanted more power. In the last months, she suggested that the ZANU-PF constitution should be amended to mandate that one of the two vice presidents should be a woman. On November 5, she asked a crowd of churchgoers, "Would it be so wrong if I was elected?" And said, "Give me the job and see if I fail." Women in Zimbabwe, as in much of the continent, continue to struggle for a political voice.